Good morning, children. Today I will teach Standard 8 children a poem from the literature textbook Lines Composed in a Wood on a Windy Day, written by Annie Bronte. All of you must have read many poems where you have seen that most of the poems are based on nature. Nature is something that has inspired poets of all generations. Nature and all her glories are great topics for poetry. This poem is an expression of the poet Annie Bronte's enjoyment of the wild weather. This poem also indicates the power and spiritual effects of the wind. Let me start with the first stanza. My soul is awakened, my spirit is soaring, and carried aloft on the wings of the breeze. Around me the wild wind is roaring, arousing to rapture the earth and the seas. In this stanza, let's see the first line. My soul is awakened, my spirit is soaring. So what the poet says? That her soul has waken up from a long sleep after seeing the nature on a windy day. Her spirit is rising high. It is written, my spirit is soaring and carried aloft on the wings of the breeze. That means her spirit is rising high as if it is being lifted up by the breeze. Next line. Around me the wild wind is roaring, arousing to rapture the earth and the seas. So what she says? Wild wind is roaring all around her. Wild wind is roaring all around her, and it creates a feeling of extreme pleasure and happiness all over the earth and the sea. You see, one word, rapture. What is the meaning of rapture? A feeling of extreme pleasure and happiness. So what poet says in this stanza? That her soul has waken up and her spirit is rising high, and which is carried by the breeze. Now continuing with the next stanza. The long withered grass in the sunshine is glancing. The bare trees are tossing their branches. On high, the dead leaves beneath them are merrily dancing. The white clouds are scudding across the blue sky. So let's consider the first line. The long withered grass in the sunshine is glancing. What she says? That the long dry grass is shining in the sunshine because it is a sunny day, clear sunny day. So the grass, long dry grass is shining. Next, the bare trees are tossing their branches on high. The trees have shed their leaves, so the branches are bare. And here it is said the bare trees are tossing their branches on high. So what the trees, as the trees have shed their leaves, they are moving their branches from side to side, back to forth in the air. Next, the dead leaves beneath them are merrily dancing. So she says that the trees have shed their leaves, so leaves have dried up and they are fallen under the tree, and as it is windy day, so with the wind the leaves are going high and as if they are dancing. So in this line, merrily dancing, or the bare trees are tossing their branches on high. So here poet has used a figure of speech personification. You all know that personification is what? When a non-human is given human being characteristic, like dancing, they are tossing their heads, these are. Then the next line, the white clouds are scudding across the blue sky. As I said that it is a clear sunny day, the sky is blue and the white clouds are floating, moving very quickly on the clear sky. Now the poet wishes. What she wishes? As she is in the wood, she cannot see the ocean as it is windy. So she considers that ocean must have become violent with their waves. So she wishes if she could see the ocean's waves are beating against the shore. And the next line you see, it is written, the foam of its billows to whirlwind of spray. Billows is what? Billows meaning is waves. So it is said the mass of small bubbles on the top of the waves, foam of its billows. The mass on the top of the waves, the bubbles, small bubbles on the top of the waves are turning into column of spray that moves round and round. So once again, she wishes what? I wish I could see how the ocean is lashing. That means she wishes if she could see the waves are beating against the shore. And the mass of the small bubbles on the top of the waves are turning into column of spray. And they are moving round and round. I wish I could see how its proud waves are dashing. Here again a personification. Waves are proud. Why? As because of high wind, the waves have also risen up. So it looks as if they are proud and they are, it's like they are striking on the shore violently. So at last she says that she wishes to hear the wild roar of their thunder. That means as the waves have become wild, violent, their roaring sound she wants to hear. She wishes to hear. So I hope you all understood the poem. This poem Annie Bronte wrote in a windy day while she was in a wood. Wood is in a forest. As she was in forest, she could not see the ocean. So that was her wish. And what she could see? The clear sky. She could see the bare leaves, bare branches of the trees and the dried leaves, dried grass. So she was describing them. So now I would like to tell you all, go through the poem properly, learn the word meaning which has been given in the at the end of the page, and then we will come up with the